Mosquitoes are not just the most annoying pests in your backyard, they are the most dangerous creatures on the planet. And if you are like most people, you just want a simple, safe way to enjoy your patio without getting eaten alive. But here is the hard truth. Grabbing a can of chemical spray or plugging in a bright bug zapper is actually making your mosquito problem worse. Why? Because those methods are completely blind. They do not just kill mosquitoes, they wipe out the natural defenders of your garden, like spiders, praying mantises, and essential pollinators like honeybees. When you eliminate these natural predators, you destroy the ecological balance. Without them hunting, the next generation of mosquitoes will multiply twice as fast, taking over your yard completely. Instead of poisoning your property, there is a much smarter approach. We are going to use biological warfare. We are going to build a Trojan trap, a biological system designed to trick female mosquitoes into willingly handing over their offspring. To do this, all you need is a dark bucket of water, some dead leaves, and an invisible bacteria. Now, let us build the ultimate Trojan trap. The first step is to manipulate the natural instincts of the female mosquito. You need to start with a dark-colored container, like a black or dark red bucket. In nature, mosquitoes instinctively seek out dark, shaded cavities because these environments usually hold stagnant water and offer protection from the hot sun and predators. Next, fill the bucket about halfway with water and add a large handful of dead leaves, grass clippings, or even a little bit of hay. This is not just dirty water, you are brewing a highly attractive infusion. As those dead leaves begin to decay in the water, they go through a natural fermentation process. This decay releases a steady stream of carbon dioxide into the air. Carbon dioxide is the exact same chemical signal that human breath produces, which mosquitoes use as a homing beacon. To a pregnant female mosquito flying through your yard, this bucket smells like the absolute perfect, nutrient-rich nursery to lay her eggs. But here is where the trap turns deadly. Once you have created this irresistible environment, you introduce the secret weapon, a naturally occurring soil bacterium called Bacillus thuringiensis israelensis, or BITI for short. You can find this at almost any garden center sold as mosquito bits or mosquito dunks. You just sprinkle one small spoonful of these bits, or toss one solid dunk, directly into the water. It is incredibly important to understand that BTI is not a chemical pesticide. It is a biological control agent with a fascinating scientific mechanism. When the mosquito eggs hatch, the tiny larvae immediately begin filtering the water for food. As they eat, they swallow the BT bacteria. Inside the highly alkaline stomach of the mosquito larva, the BT releases specific microscopic protein crystals. These crystals bind directly to the receptors in the larva's gut, literally tearing holes in its stomach lining. The larvae stop feeding immediately and die within 24 to 48 hours. The true brilliance of this system is its extreme biological precision. Why is it safe for your garden? Because the stomach environments of humans, dogs, cats, birds, and beneficial insects like bees and butterflies are highly acidic, and they completely lack the specific receptors that BTI targets. If your golden retriever takes a large drink from this bucket, or if a thirsty honeybee lands on the edge for a sip, their digestive systems simply break down the bacteria as a harmless ordinary protein. It targets mosquitoes with sniper-like accuracy while leaving the rest of your ecosystem untouched. You have now successfully weaponized the mosquito's own breeding habits against it. This single bucket can passively eliminate thousands of future mosquitoes month after month. However, this entire biological system will completely fail if you make one incredibly common mistake that ruins the trap the moment the weather changes: the dilution syndrome. The dilution syndrome happens when you leave your carefully crafted trap completely exposed to the elements. When a heavy summer rain hits, the bucket quickly overflows. This sudden influx of rainwater does not just dilute the BTI concentration, it also flushes out the decaying leaves and grass clippings that produce the attractive carbon dioxide. In an instant, the irresistible swampy scent is gone, the bacteria is washed out, and all your hard work completely goes down the drain. The fix is incredibly simple but absolutely necessary to keep your system running effectively for 30 days or more. You must build a small roof for your trap. You can easily do this by taking the original lid of the bucket and using 3 or 4 small wooden dowels or sticks to prop it up. Just secure the sticks to the rim of the bucket and rest the lid on top. This creates a protective canopy that completely blocks the heavy rain. Furthermore, leaving a small gap of just 1 or 2 inches actually makes the trap even more effective. Mosquitoes instinctively prefer to lay their eggs in tight, dark, and enclosed spaces, so this little roof makes your bucket look like a luxury resort to them. However, protecting your bucket is only half the battle. You also have to aggressively eliminate the blind spots around your house. In professional pest control, we call this source reduction. A female mosquito needs an amount of water as small as a single plastic bottle cap to lay up to 300 eggs at once. You must walk around your property and eliminate these accidental secondary traps. We are talking about old dog bowls, folds in barbecue grill covers, children's toys left out on the lawn, clogged gutters, and the water collecting in the saucers underneath your potted plants. Even a discarded old tire can breed thousands of mosquitoes in just a few days. Why is this step so critical? Because if you give a female mosquito a choice between your BTI trap and a random puddle of rainwater in a plastic toy, she might choose the toy. By meticulously removing these alternative nurseries, you are utilizing a strategic funneling technique. You force every single mosquito in your yard to choose your biological trap, ensuring her offspring never survive to see the light of day. Now, this biological trap perfectly eliminates the future generation of mosquitoes before they even have a chance to hatch. But what about the adult mosquitoes that are actively flying around your porch and trying to bite you right now? We have addressed the larvae, but you still want to walk out onto your patio right now without being eaten alive by the adult mosquitoes already living in your yard. To achieve this immediate relief, we need to build a botanical shield. When most people try to repel adult mosquitoes, they make a fundamental mistake. They grab a spray bottle and mist the repellent randomly into the open air or directly onto their patio furniture. This is entirely ineffective. During the heat of the day, mosquitoes do not fly around. To avoid drying out in the harsh sun, they retreat into deep shade, clinging specifically to the undersides of the leaves on your surrounding shrubs and bushes. To reclaim your space, you must target these exact hiding spots, but you must do it safely. The solution is using microencapsulated essential oils, utilizing powerful natural repellents like clove, thyme, lemongrass, and cinnamon oil. The science of microencapsulation is the real game changer here. Standard essential oils evaporate in just a few hours. However, microencapsulated oils are trapped inside microscopic bubbles that act as a strong binder. When you use a sprayer and intentionally aim the mist upward, directly coating the undersides of the broad leaves around your seating area, these bubbles stick firmly to the plant tissue. This creates a slow-release botanical barrier that continuously repels adult mosquitoes for 2 to 3 weeks. But the most beautiful part of this method is how perfectly it protects your beneficial insects. Honeybees and butterflies do not hide under leaves in the shade. They land right on top of the bright flowers and upper foliage to drink nectar in the sunlight. By strictly spraying the undersides of the plants with natural botanical oils, you completely evict the mosquitoes from their daytime beds without ever leaving toxic residues where the delicate legs of your friendly pollinators land. You now have the water trap to stop the future generation and the botanical shield to push away the adults. But there is one final principle you must understand to truly master your outdoor space. The final principle to truly mastering your outdoor space requires a complete shift in how you view your backyard. The ultimate goal is not to annihilate every single insect in sight. A sterile, chemical-soaked yard is a dead yard. The real goal is to simply regain control. When you stop using broad-spectrum chemical sprays and bright electrical zappers and switch entirely to this biological approach of using targeted bacteria and botanical oils, something magical happens. You stop killing the good guys, you make room for the natural ecosystem to thrive. You allow spiders, praying mantises, and the ultimate aerial predators, dragonflies, to return to your yard. A single dragonfly consumes hundreds of mosquitoes in one day. By protecting these beneficial insects, they become your permanent, natural security guards. They will tirelessly hunt down and eliminate any stray mosquitoes that manage to avoid your water traps and botanical shields. You are no longer fighting nature, you are partnering with it. You are not just getting rid of mosquitoes, you are restoring the natural, healthy balance of your home. So, where do mosquitoes seem to gather the most in your yard? Is it deep in the bushes right around the front porch, or perhaps near the roof gutters? Leave a comment down below, and I will give you a specific recommendation on the best way to set up these traps for your unique space.